All right, welcome back to the channel, Cyborg Pirate, cyborgpirate.com. So first up, we have our head-to-head with the Slipstreams from OMS and the RK3 HD from Apeks. And a couple of quick comparisons here. With these, as you can see, the Slipstreams are just a tad bit longer than the RK3s. They are also a tad bit wider. I thought that they would perform very well with the RK3s. Now, some of the tests that we did, laid out a measuring tape along the bottom and did some actual fin kicks with different configurations. And so for the most part, I do a frog kick. So the distances I'm going to give you with all the information, I'm just going to keep using with just the frog kick as the standard, rather than give you the flutter kick, the modified flutter kick, modified frog. We'll just talk about a full frog kick with each and every one of the fins that we do a comparison on. So I did write these numbers down, so I'm gonna read them to you, give them to you. So first up will be the OMS Slipstream. In a 7mm wetsuit in back-mounted doubles, the average kick was 9 to 10 feet between strokes. Using the Choptima with a set of mini doubles was 7 to 8 feet. The Prism 2, 8 to 9 feet. And diving a single tank in the same wetsuit was 10 feet. Now, this is the distance that one full frog kick gave me, those distances. In a dry suit with the same configurations, back-mounted doubles, 8 feet. With the Choptima, 7 feet. With the Prism 2, 8 feet. And in a single tank, again, dry suit, 9 feet. In comparison to the RK3s, the RK3 HDs, same configurations in the 7mm wetsuit, back-mounted doubles, I got 10 feet. The Choptima with the mini doubles, 8 to 9 feet. The Prism 2, 9 to 10 feet. And a single tank was 10 to 12 feet. Now, in the dry suit with those same configurations, back-mounted doubles, 9 feet. The Choptima with mini doubles, 7 to 8 feet. The Prism 2 was 9 feet. And the single was 10 to 11 feet. So if that tells you just how those worked with the numbers, I was getting actually more distance with the RK3 HDs than I was the Slipstreams, which actually kind of surprised me, given the fact that the paddle on the Slipstream is longer and that the is just a tad bit wider. Now, some of the differences that I did see in that the Slipstream performed better in back kicks and helicopter turns, and again, that's because of this longer side ribbing here, whereas the RK3s, they have their structural reinforcement also in the middle of it, so their side is not as tall, and so therefore I think that gave me more bite in stopping, turning, and doing back kicks. Now, both of these fins were the same negative weight of 0.4 per fin in the water, so there really was no buoyancy change with them. Now, something else that I did notice, and I tried doing it on the bottom, but watching the tape and being able to watch the bottom, I was able to self-correct without really thinking about it, and I didn't notice any change. But looking at the numbers, I should have had a change, and that was, so what I ended up doing was wearing one fin on one foot and the other fin, the other design or other manufacturer on the other foot, and I put myself mid-water where I couldn't see the bottom at all, and all I did was watch the compass on my Nerd, and I did this in the Choptima and the Prism 2. I was not able to do it with open circuit and watch the compass effectively, so those were kind of ruled out again, so I guess it's not real scientific. But with those two, the Prism 2 and the Choptima, using the Nerd and the compass feature on the Nerd, I would kick mid-water without being able to see the bottom, and all I would do was watch the compass. I would put the same effort into every kick, and I was not surprised to see that I actually did turn big circles Again, the RK3 HD is a stiffer fin and gets more propulsion out of it than the Slipstream, which shocked me. I tried changing feet, so the RK3s went on the right foot and then the Slipstream went on the left foot, and then I started turning left-handed circles. So it is definitely a stiffer fin with more propulsion from the RK3. I guess it's not a stiffer fin because it's not as stiff as the Slipstream. The Slipstream seems to cut more and give you more of a feeling of the Mares Quattro fins for recreation, whereas the RK3s don't flex as much this way, but they have a lot of flexibility in the fin itself there. So overall, both fins are a good fit. If I were to pick one fin over the other, I would pick the RK3s or the RK3 HDs. The reason being for that is that, one, it is a more efficient kick, frog kick out of it. I still have great maneuverability and great back kicks. The foot pocket is great in both the wet boots and dry boots, and it also already comes with the spring strap. And I know that's kind of a silly, the spring strap with the pull tab. I know that's kind of a silly catch point, but that's kind of what the deciding factor was deciding between the two. The OMS Slipstream, great fin, very comfortable in both sets of boots. Had to buy an additional set of spring straps with the pull tab if that's what you wanted. They were a little tight with the springs that came with them, but not too uncomfortable. And they do have a better back kick and maneuverability, but it's really not even noticeable unless you're actually doing the comparison on them. So I'm going to go with the RK3s are the winner in this bout, and we are going to stick with that, and we will put them in the winner's bracket, put the OMS Slipstreams in the consolation bracket, and we will get on to the next competition between the two sets of fins, which is more than likely going to be the we're going to put the Deep 6 Eddies up against the Scuba Pro Jet Fin, and go from there. And then we'll do comparisons in the consolation brackets as well. Thanks for checking us out. Cyborg Pirate, cyborgpirate.com. Cyborg out.